fucking easy, right?
And that right there is why I'm an elf main. Cheers. In a world where giant anthropomorphic, semi-intelligent, upright walking, technologically superior rats are building gravity-defying cableless elevators and interdimensional portals traveling to the space-time continuum using only wood, 4.5 humanoids bless their ravaged bodies and went on a good old-fashioned, furious, motherfucking, multi-madness killing spree bloodbath of a rampage, bathing in the eviscerated blood of no less than 500 million sentient conscious beings. But like, they were the good guys. Wait, they were the good guys, right? Wait, they were the good guys, right? Anyways, what up guys, ThePartyKnife here. Now today we're gonna go through all of the Shady cosmetics. This is the one I've been looking forward to the most. But I'm not sure if we're gonna do all of the other ones, or if we are. I was thinking about possibly grouping them together like a cosmetic, where we just showcase the cosmetics of, for example, Kruber, right? Because that way, editing-wise, it's just 100,000 times easier, which sort of makes it worth it comparatively to the amount of people who seem to enjoy these videos. Because they haven't been doing great, which is fine. That happens. You try stuff, doesn't always work out. But if it was just a showcase, it would be way easier editing-wise. So I think that's what we're going to do. That way it's going to be 4 videos extra instead of 14 videos extra, right? So I think that would make sense. Anyways, let's move on to showcasing the cosmetics. And first up we got Shade. What a surprise, no one saw that coming. And being the Shady shade that Shady is shade for, her base skin obviously also looks a little bit shady. It is kind of shady, guys. How are you this beautiful, even though it's the base skin? We will never know, and it will still be a D tier. Haha. Now, moving on, we got the Disciple of 𝒮𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞. And that's a green rare hero skin, cost 170 shillings. And all in all, I think it looks pretty good. It looks even shadier, in fact. But not as shady as the Dreaming Woods puppet, which looks even shadier. And by now, I mean, we're getting up on some pretty shady levels, not gonna lie. But all in all, I like it. 355 shillings, reasonable price. So moving on, we got the Blood Wraith, which is definitely one of my favorites. Now, this doesn't look as much shady as it just looks sinister, right? Like, the red colors, just absolutely amazing, combined with the gold. And this is probably the skin I use the second most. It's obtained through the Champion Challenge, beating all the Helmguard mats on Champion difficulty. And all in all, an amazing skin. Moving on to the Legend version of that skin, we got 𝒮𝔮𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮 Royal Blood, which looks absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite skin. The combination of dark colors with the gold, it just looks beautiful. And moving on to the final skin, we got Herald of the Pale Orc, which is probably the single shadiest looking skin in the entire game. I mean, just look at the name. That's shady. At 50 shillings, that's even shadier, okay? Something here is not right, I'm telling you guys. Whew. That was one sick ride. Anyways, first up we got Shade's base cosmetic. Now, as always, that's just a D tier, just because, even though it's actually really good looking if you ask me. Up next, Disciple of 𝒮𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮. Whatever the hell that means. Now, it's a decent looking one, just because it's a Shade skin. They're all decent looking, honestly. I think she's probably the only one who doesn't have any ugly skins. Dreaming Woods puppet. I really like that sort of a greenish, darkish, yeah, thing. I kind of like it. I think it's alright. But then we have the Blood Wraith, which just looks absolutely amazing. It's my second favorite. Use it really often, just because Blood Wraith. I mean, it's in the name, right? 𝒮𝔮𝔢𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮 Royal Blood. That's my favorite. The gold with the darkish color, it looks absolutely off the charts. And then we have Herald of the Pale Orc, which is actually pretty good looking as well. It would have probably been an S tier on any other class, but simply because I prefer the Blood Wraith and the Legend skin. So yeah, I think that's the tier list for all of the skins. Yes. Let's move on to the hats. Hats. Up first, we got the 𝒮𝔮𝔢𝔢𝔮𝔮𝔢𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮𝔮 which I'm not gonna lie, does look a little bit suspicious, right? It's a little bit blackface over it, but nonetheless, I interpret it as a ninja, and it looks pretty good. Moving on, we got the City Guard's helmet, or, Shade's version of the penis helmet, although hers look quite a bit better, in my opinion, due to the face opening. Which brings us to the Contest helm, which is another rare headgear cosmetic, costs 170 shillings, and I think it looks absolutely awful. I don't know, it's a weird shape, if you ask me. Moving on, we got the Faceless Killer, which is also kind of a weird shape, but it has a better finish. It costs 340 shillings, and it actually looks pretty cool, all in all, if you ask me. And it sort of reminds me of those masks they're wearing in the 300, like the bad guys, the Persians. Something about the facial expression, I don't know. Moving on, we got the Dread Mask, which is a fitting name, since I'd be goddamn dreadful as well if my eyebrows were that large. But it's alright. Moving on, we got the Nagaron Spike, which looks absolutely amazing in of itself, although I don't really think the color scheme fits any of Shade's current skins, but I really like the helmet. Then we got the Filthy Rack, which is just dread awful. I mean, why did it have to be filthy? Couldn't it just have been a nice rack? I mean, why a filthy rack, and why is that epic? Anyways, Obese Megalodon, and Shade is probably one of the only heroes where I actually really dislike the Obese Megalodon hat. I don't think it fits her, so yeah. Moving on, we got the Sea Drake helm, which is absolutely amazing, but does require that you beat over 100 maps on Champion or above with the Shade, so it takes a little while to grind, but it's worth it. Moving on to the Executioner helm, which is the purchase helm that costs 3.29 euro, and it kind of makes you look like the Green Goblin in the original Spider-Man movie. Up next, we got 𝒮𝔄𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔞𝔤𝔄𝔄𝔞 crown, which is probably my favorite current helmet for the Shade. It just looks amazing, the gold, the spikes, absolutely love it. Next up, we got the Shadow Mask, which is the sort of OG Shade helmet that you had to obtain as a drop in accommodation chest. And it dropped when my Carillion was level 17, making it my first cosmetic. And everyone was super jelly and it was amazing. Okay, moving on, we got the Helm of Torment, which cost 1,725 shillings, which is absolutely insane, but the helmet at least looks good. Kinda-ish. I control the thunder. Okay, maybe I don't. But tier lists. Let's get on with it. Protector Circlet D tier, obviously, even though it looks amazing. Plus, it's blackface. It's a little bit racist. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Carillion is a racist, but Gilded Shame. Penis helmet. It's a C tier. I mean, it's not even that bad looking, but because it's Shade, it has to be C tier. Contest helm, I think, looks absolutely horrific. I would much rather use, honestly, the default helmet. I think it looks so stupid. The Faceless Killer, actually pretty decent looking, although in a lot of ways they're alike, but the Faceless Killer just has weird, it looks weird. Faceless Killer at least has, like, a cool looking face. Then you have the Dread Mask, which again, I'm not a fan. I feel like the head shape is weird, but that's just me. Moving on, we got Nagaron Spike. Now, that's actually really good looking. I don't think it fits the Shade the best. I think it would be way better as a handmaiden skin, for example. But I really like how it looks. The Filthy Rack. Come on, right? Why did it have to be filthy? Couldn't it just be a proper rack? I think not a fan. And for the first time, the Obese Megalodon isn't very high up on the list, because I don't think it fits Shade. I think it looks weird on Shade. So yeah. That's why it's a D tier. The Sea Drake helmet, oh my god, was my favorite helmet for ages. It's the 100 win head. It looks amazing, and it's hard to get, right? So you just knew when you saw someone with that, they're probably a decent Shade. Executioner's helm, the purchase helm. You sort of look like the Green Goblin from the original Spider-Man movie. 𝒮𝔄𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔞𝔤𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔞𝔤𝔤𝔢𝔮𝔮𝔬𝒻 my current favorite in terms of looks. Absolutely love it. Been using it on the modded realm for ages. I think it's by far the best looking hat. Shadow Mask, my original favorite, actually. Original, before the Sea Drake helmet was released. That was the mask you wanted in the accommodation chests. A little bit of a Vermintide history lesson here. And Helm of Torment, the newest edition, which cost over 1,800 shillings, which is a ridiculous price, right? But for that reason, because it looks alright, it's pretty good with the Blood Wraith skin. And because it's so expensive, you're like, hey, I'm a boss. And that's why it's S tier. I actually like the look of it, but I don't think it's as cool as the Sea Drake helmet or that other helmet, which I really enjoyed. Don't mind me, guys. I was just standing over here, being a little bit shady.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you didn't, please still like, comment, and subscribe and stuff. It really helps me out.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section below which one you want to do next. Also, let's start a petition to add a shade cosmetic. Some shades. Some shades for shade. Shadeception. And an umbrella. Why an umbrella? An umbrella weapon? An umbrella weapon. That's what she needs. Otherwise, how is she going to protect herself against the sun when you're playing against the grain? Ouch. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, I love you guys. Stay awesome. Shade out.